Hare Krishna. Is anybody there online? Because we are waiting for devotees here in the temple to show up so that we can start the class online. Is anybody there online? We have His Grace Ramananda Sakha Prabhu here in the temple, so we can get started. But Prabhuji, my favorite bhajan ain't Prabhuji. We will sing that. Something which you wanted to sing.
We can sing that.
Wonderful. Yes, Prabhuji. That is... 114. Okay. Thank you. Prabhuji, you can read the translation, Prabhuji, English translation.
Sri Radhikastava translations. O Radha, O Madhava's beloved, O you whom all the young girls of Gokula worship, all glories unto you, all glories unto you. O you who dress yourself so as to make Lord Damodara love you more and more, O Queen of Lord Hari's pleasure grove Vrindavana. O new moon arisen from the ocean of King Vrishabhanu, O friend of Lalita, O you whose virtues delight Vishaka, O most merciful goddess, O you whose divine qualities are sung by Sanaka and Sanatana and Kumaras, Sanaka and Sanatana Kumaras, O most merciful Radha, please have your mercy on me.
Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshe Hari Nishkuta Vrinda Vipineshe Damodara Rati Vardhana Veshe Hari Nishkuta Vrinda Vipineshe Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Vrishabhanudadi Navashashi Lekhe Lalita Sakhi Guna Ramita Vishake Vrishabhanudade Navashashilekhe Lalita Sakhi Gunaramita Vishakhe Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Karunam Kuru Mai Karuna Bharite Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite Karunam Kuru Mai Karuna Bharite Sanaka Sanatana Varnita Charite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Gokula Taruni Mandala Mahite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite Jai Shri Shri Radharani Ki Jai. In Vrindavan, when there are constant union and there is constant separation, and once Krishna somehow offended Radharani because he was not giving her much attention, and she walked away in anger from him. It's amazing that Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom everybody is afraid and everybody is scared of him. It is said in Bhagavatam how the sun goes in its orbit because of fear of Krishna, the wind blows because of fear of Krishna. And now Krishna was afraid because he had offended Radharani. So he was thinking, how should I do? He says, what should I do to please her? Kim karishyati, kim vadishyati, sa chiram virahena, kim vanena, kim dhanena, mama grihena. There's some words like that, which says that, what should I say to her to please her? Kim karishyasi, what should I do now? What should I say to her to please her? Sa chiram virahena, that I have been for a long, I have been away from her. Kim danena janena kim mama jivitena, kim janena dhanena kim mama jivit grihena jivitena, something like that. So he says, of what is the use of my wealth, of my life itself, when I can't get Srimati Radharani and when I can't please her? The point is that Srimati Radharani is the complete object of attraction for Krishna, and she is completely having Krishna under her control. There is a prayer called Radhika Kripa Kataksham, which means awaiting for the mercy of Radharani, for the sidelong glance of Radharani, merciful glance of Radharani. In that it is said that Anangaranga Mangala Prasanga Bhangura Bhruvam Savibramam Sasambramam Driganta Bana Patanai Nirantaram Vashikritam Pratita Nandanandane. Nirantaram Vashikritam means she's continuously having Krishna under her control. So which is why if we really want Krishna, then we get mercy of Radharani. Then Krishna is easily obtained. Because when Radharani recommends to Krishna that this devotee is a nice devotee, please accept him, Krishna accepts your service. Thank you. That's all I have to say on that. And now we'll come back to the regular class. Hare Krishna, Charlene, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Hare Krishna. You may do well to erase whatever we spoke till now from the class. Anyways, it's okay. We can keep it also. So, what song should we sing next, or should we go for the class? Read Isopanishad then. Ravanasaka Prabhu, you are the temple commander. Whatever you say, I'll do. But it's your temple. In absence of your Guru Maharaj. So, shall we do Isopanishad? Okay, let's do Isopanishad. And then, actually we may not read a verse from Isopanishad today. We'll directly go read a verse from Gita, if that's okay. Because quite often in the past, what has happened is that we got so absorbed in Isopanishad that we didn't even get time to go to Gita. So, so what we are going to do is, I'll start the English translation. Let's read the translations first. Probably we'll read 4 translations each. And then we can do the Sanskrit. So if you see the pink tab, Charlene. I'll do the translations and then we can go ahead. Invocation. The personality of Godhead is perfect and complete, and because He is completely perfect, all emanations from Him, such as this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. Whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself. Because He is the complete whole, even though so many complete units emanate from Him, He remains the complete balance. Everything animate or inanimate that is within this universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself, which are set aside as his quota, and one should not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong. One may aspire to live for hundreds of years if he continuously goes on working in that way, for that sort of work will not bind him to law of karma. There is no alternative to this way for man. Mantra 3. The killer of soul, whoever he may be, must enter into the planets known as the worlds of faithless, full of darkness and ignorance. Hare Krishna. Sir Ramananda Prabhu, next 4 translations, please.
Although fixed in his abode, the personality of Godhead is swifter than the mind and can overcome all others running. The powerful demigods cannot approach him. Although in one place he controls those who supply the air and rain, he surpasses all in excellence. The Supreme Lord walks and does not walk. He is far away, but he is very near as well. He is within everything, and yet he is outside of everything. He who sees everything in relation to the Supreme Lord, who sees all living entities as his parts and parcels, and who sees the Supreme Lord within everything, never hates anything or any being. One who always sees all living entities as spiritual sparks, in quality one with the Lord, becomes a true knower of things. What then can be illusion or anxiety for him?
Such a person must factually know the greatest of all, the personality of Godhead. who is unembodied, omniscient, beyond reproach, without veins, pure and uncontaminated, the self-sufficient philosopher who has been fulfilling everyone's desire since time immemorial. Those who engage in the culture of nascent activities shall enter into the darkest region of ignorance. Worse still are those engaged in the culture of so-called knowledge. The wise have explained that one result is derived from the culture of knowledge and that a different result is obtained from the culture of nescience. Only one who can learn the process of nescience and that of transcendental knowledge side by side can transcend the influence of repeated birth and death and enjoy the full blessings of immortality.
Do I read the Sanskrit?
No, only the English translations. Four verses, please.
Okay. Yeah, got it. Okay, got it. Those who are engaged in the worship of demigods enter into the darkest region of ignorance, and still more so do the worshippers of the impersonal Absolute. It is said that one result is obtained by worshipping the supreme cause of all causes, and that another result is obtained by worshipping what is not supreme. All this is heard from the undisturbed authorities, who clearly... my page is missing. Explained it, yeah. Explained it. Mantra 14. One should know perfectly the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna and his transcendental name, form, qualities and pastimes, as well as the temporary material creation with its temporary demigods, men and animals. When one knows these, he surpasses death and the ephemeral cosmic manifestation with it. And in the eternal kingdom of God, he enjoys his eternal life of bliss and knowledge.
Oh my Lord, you have four more, right?
One more.
One more, okay, good. Okay.
O my Lord, sustainer of all that lives, your real face is covered by your dazzling effulgence. Kindly remove that covering and exhibit yourself to the pure devotee, to your pure devotee.
Text 16. Hare Krishna, please welcome. O my Lord, O primeval philosopher, maintainer of the universe, O regulating principle, destination of the pure devotees, well-wisher of the progenitors of mankind, please remove the effulgence of your transcendental rays so that I can see your form of bliss. You are the eternal supreme personality of Godhead, like unto sun as am I. Let this temporary body be burnt to ashes, and let the air of life be merged with the totality of air. Now, my Lord, please remember all my sacrifices, and because you are the ultimate beneficiary, please remember all that I have done for you. O my Lord, as powerful as fire, O omnipotent one, now I offer you all obeisances, falling on the ground at your feet. O my Lord, please lead me on the right path to reach you, and since you know all that I have done in the past, please free me from the reactions to my past sins, so that there will be no hindrance to my progress. So, let's all read the Sanskrit together, the entire Isopanishad, and then pink one, pink. Thank you. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Ishavasyam idam sarvam Yatkincha jagatyam jagat Tena tyaktena bhunjita magridaha kasya svidhanam Kurvan eveha karmani jijivichet shatam samaha Evam tvai nanyate tosti na karma lipyate nare Asurya namate loka andhena tamasa vritaha तांस्ते प्रेत्याभिगच्छन्ति ये के चात्माहनो जना अनेजदेकं मनसो जवीयो नैनद्देव आप्नुवन् पूर्वमर्षत् तद्धावतोऽन्यानत्येति तिष्ठत् तस्मिन् अपो मातरिश्वा ददाति तनेजति तन्नैजति तद्दूरे तद्वान्तिके तदन्तरस्य सर्वस्य तदु सर्वस्यास्य बाह्यतः यस्तु सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मन्येवानुपश्यति सर्वभूतेषु चात्मानं ततो न विजुगुप्सते यस्मिन् सर्वाणि भूतानि आत्मैवाभूद्विजानतः तत्र को मोह का शोक एकत्वम् अनुपश्यता सपर्यागचुक्रमकायमावृणम् अश्नावीरं शुद्धमपापविद्धम् कविर्मनीषी परिभू स्वयंभूर्यथा तत्यतोर्तान् व्यददच्चाश्वतीभ्यासमाभ्यः अन्धं तमः प्रविशन्ति ये विद्याम् उपासते ततो भूया इवाते तमो या उविद्यायां रताः अन्यदेवाहुर्विद्यया अन्यदाहुरविद्यया इति शुश्रुमाधीराणाम् एनस्तद्विचचक्षिरे विद्यां चाविद्यां च यस्तद्वेदो भयं सः अविद्यया मृत्युं तीर्त्वा विद्यायामृतमश्नुते अन्धं तमः प्रविशन्ति ये सम्भूतिम् उपासते ततो भूया इवाते तमो या सम्भूत्यां रताः अन्यदेवाहुसम्भवात् अन्यदाहुरसम्भवात् इति शुश्रुमाधीराणाम् येनस्तद्विचचक्षिरे सम्भूतिं च विनाशं च यस्तद्वेदो भयं सः विनाशेन मृत्युं तीर्त्वा सम्भूत्यामृतमश्नुते हिरण्मयेण पात्रेण सत्यस्यापिहितं मुखं तत्त्वं पूषणपावृणु सत्यधर्माय दृश्यते पूषन् एकर्षेयमसूर्यप्रजापत्या व्यूहारश्मिन् समूहा तेजो यत्ते रूपं कल्याणतमं तत्ते पश्यामि योऽसावसौ पुरुषः सोऽहमस्मि वायुरनिलम् अमृतम् अथेदं भस्मन्तां शरीरम् ॐ क्रतोस्मराकृतं स्मर क्रतोस्मराकृतं स्मर अग्नेनया सुपतरायेस्मान् विश्वानि देवा वयुनानि विद्वान् युयुदस्माज्जुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठां ते नाम उक्तिं विधेम। ओम श्री ईशोपनिषद संपूर्णम हरि ओम। Do you want to do a bhajan or just read from Bhagavad Gita and discuss Bhagavad Gita? What do you say?
We don't read Gita. For my opinion, I want to read Gita.
You want to read? We'll definitely come to that point, but before bhajan or after bhajan?
How about Kirtan?
Yeah, that's what we are trying to do. Some
Bhajan Kirtan.
page 21. Krishna Kirtana Gana Nartana Paro Premamritambo Nidhi धीरा धीर जना प्रियो प्रियकरो निर्माचरो पूजितो धीरा धीर जना प्रियो प्रियकरो निर्माचरो पूजितो श्री चैतन्य कृपा भरो भुवि भुवो बार्हावहं तारको श्री चैतन्य कृपा भरो भुवि भुवो बार्हावहं तारको वन्दे रूप सनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको वन्दे रूप सनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको नाना शास्त्र विचारिणैकनिपुनो सधर्म संस्थापको नाना शास्त्र विचारिणैकनिपुनो सधर्म संस्थापको लोकानां हितकारिणो त्रिभुवने मन्यो शरण्यकरो लोकानां हितकारिणो त्रिभुवने मन्यो शरण्यकरो राधा कृष्ण पदारविन्द भजना नंदे नमत्तालिको राधा कृष्ण पदारविन्द भजना नंदे नमत्तालिको वन्दे रूप सनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको श्री गौरांग गुणानुवर्णनविधौ श्रद्धा समृद्धान्वितौ श्री गौरांग गुणानुवर्णनविधौ श्रद्धा समृद्धान्वितौ पापोत्तापनृकिन्तनौ तनुभृतां गोविन्दगानामृतै पापोत्तापनिकृन्तनौ तनुभृतां गोविन्दगानामृतै आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनैकनिपुणो कैवल्यनिष्ठारको आनन्दाम्बुधिवर्धनैकनिपुणो कैवल्यनिष्ठारको वन्दे रूप सनातनो रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको त्यक्त्वा तूर्णमशेषमण्डलपति श्रेणीं सदा तुच्छव
पूर्णमशेषमण्डलपति श्रेणीं सदा तुच्छवा
भूत्वा दीनगणेशको करुणया कोऽपि न कण्ठाश्रितौ
भूत्वा दीनगणेशको करुणया कोऽपि न कण्ठाश्रितौ
गोपी भावरसामृदाब्धिलहरी कल्लोलमग्नौ मुहुः
गोपी भावरसामृताभिलाषी कल्लोलमग्नौ मुहुः
वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ
वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ
कुजत्कोकिलहंससारसगणा कीर्णे मयूराकुले
कोकिलहंससारसगणा कीर्णे मयूराकुले
नानारत्ननिबद्धमूलवितपा श्रीयुक्तवृन्दावने
नानारत्ननिबद्धमूलवितपा श्रीयुक्तवृन्दावने
राधाकृष्णमहर्निशौ प्रभजतौ जीवार्थदौ यौ मुदा
राधाकृष्णमहानिशां प्रभजतौ जीवार्थदौ यौ मुदा
वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुजुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ
वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ
संख्यापूर्वकनामगाननटिभिः कालावशानि कृतौ
संख्यापूर्वकनामगाननटिभिः कालावसानि कृतौ
निद्राहारविहारकादिविजितौ चात्यन्तौ दीनौ च यौ
निद्राहारविहारकादिविजितौ चात्यन्तदीनौ च यौ
राधाकृष्णगुणस्मृतेर्मधुरिमा नन्देन सम्मोहितौ
राधाकृष्णगुणस्मृतेर्मधुरिमा नन्देन सम्मोहितौ
वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ
वन्दे रूपसनातनौ रघुयुगौ श्रीजीवगोपालकौ
राधाकुण्डतटे कालिन्दतनया तीरे च वंशीवटे
कुण्डतटे कलिन्दतनया तीरे च वंशीवटे
प्रेमोन्मादवशादशेषदशया ग्रष्टौ प्रमत्तौ सदा
प्रेमोन्मादवशादशेषदशया यस्तौ प्रमातो सदा
गायन्तौ च कदा हरेर्गुणवरम् Bhava vibhutau mudha. 24. 24. Vande Rupa Sanatanau Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako. Rupa Sanatanau Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako. He Radhe Vraja Devike Chalalite He Nanda Suno Kutha. He Radhe Vraja Devike Chalalite He Nanda Suno Kutha. Shri Govardhana Kalpa Pada Patale Kalindivanye Kutha. Shri Govardhana Kalpa Pada Patale Kalindivanye Kutha. Goshanta Viti Sarvato Vrajapure Khedair Mahavihvalo. Goshanta Viti Sarvato Vrajapure Khedair Mahavihvalo. Vande Rupa Sanatanau Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako. Vande Rupa Sanatanau Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako. Vande Rupa Sanatanau Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako. Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako. Shri Shri Shadgut Swami Ashtakam Ki Jai. So, I think we can start reading the translation. We can just start reading one translation each.
I really like to read the translation.
Okay, you can read one translation and then you can pass it to the next. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, first translation and then Charlene goes to the second.
Thank you so much. First of the song Shri Sad Goswami Ashtaka by Srinivasacharya. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami and Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami, who are always engaged in chanting the holy name of Krishna and dancing. They are just like the ocean of love of God, and they are popular with both the gentle and the ruffians because they are not envious of anyone. Whatever they do, they are all pleasing to everyone, and they are fully blessed by Lord Chaitanya. Thus, they are engaged in missionary activities meant to deliver all the conditioned souls in the material universe.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, who are very expert in scrutinizingly studying all the revealed scriptures with the aim of establishing eternal religious principles for the benefit of all human beings. Thus they are honored all over the three worlds, and they are worth taking shelter of because they are absorbed in the mood of the gopis, and are engaged in the transcendental loving service of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I offer my respectful obeisance unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who are very much enriched in understanding Lord Chaitanya, and who are thus expert in narrating his transcendental qualities. They can purify all conditioned souls from the reaction of their sinful activities by pouring upon them transcendental songs about Govinda. As such, they are very expert in increasing the limits of the ocean of transcendental bliss, and they are the saviors of the living entities from the devouring mouth of impersonal liberation.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who kicked off all association of aristocracy and insignificant in order to deliver the poor conditioned souls. They accepted loincloths, treating themselves as mendicants, but they were always immersed in the ecstatic ocean of the gopis' love for Krishna, and they bathed always and repeatedly in the waves of that ocean.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who are always engaged in intensely worshipping Sri Radha and Krishna in the transcendental land of Vrindavan, which is filled with peacocks and flocks of cooing swans, cuckoos and cranes. In Vrindavan there are also beautiful trees full of fruits and flowers and having roots inlaid with all valuable jewels. With great delight the Goswamis bestow upon the living entity the boon of the goal of life.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatana Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopala Bhatta Goswami, who are engaged in chanting the holy names of the Lord and bowing down in a scheduled measurement. In this way, they utilized their valuable lives, and in executing these devotional activities, they conquered over eating and sleeping, and were always meek and humble, enchanted by remembering the transcendental qualities of the Lord.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, who were sometimes on the bank of the Radhakund lake, sometimes on the shore of the Yamuna, and sometimes in Vamshivat. At these places they appeared just like madmen in full ecstasy of love for Krishna, exhibiting different transcendental symptoms in their bodies, and they were merged in the ecstasy of Krishna consciousness. One more.
I offer my respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, namely Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopal Bhatt Goswami, who chanted very loudly everywhere in Vrindavan, shouting, O Queen of Vrindavan, Radharani, O Lalita, O son of Nanda Maharaj, where are you all now? Are you just on the hill of Govardhan, or are you under the trees on the bank of the Yamuna? Where are you? These were their moods in executing Krishna consciousness.
Very nice. Thank you. So, we come to the next part of our program, and that is we pick a verse from Gita and we discuss that. So, anybody has a favorite? Srivatsa, you want to, would you like to discuss any special verse you had in mind?
No, I don't have it.
And you don't have any? Okay. Somebody who wants to. Hitan, you had any verse in mind that you wanted to discuss?
He raised his hand. You have it in your mind?
Yeah.
He raised his hand.
I never raised my hand, I raised my mind.
Okay. That works.
Okay. Which one is it?
No. You know, if anyone else has one, they should go ahead.
Ethan, you had? Yeah, okay. 9.3? Okay. Is that okay, Pallav?
Yes, perfect. I don't even know which one it is, but
9.3.
I'm just thinking of saying something if anyone doesn't say anything.
All right, there you go. So, That's on page 4 and 2. Thank you, Srivatsa. 402. Yeah. Very nice. Please kindly repeat after me. Ashraddadana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vartmani Ashraddadana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vartmani Ashraddadana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vartmani. Anybody in the audience? Ashraddadana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vartmani. Ashraddadana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vartmani. Ashraddadana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vartmani. Ashraddadana Purusha Dharmasyasya Parantapa Aprapya Mam Nivartante Mrityu Samsara Vartmani. Ashraddadanaha, those who are faithless. Purusha, such persons. Dharmasya, toward the process of religion. Asya, this. Parantapa, O killer of the enemies. Aprapya, without obtaining. Mam, me. Nivartante, come back. Mrityu, of death. Samsara, in material existence. Vartmani, on the path. Kindly repeat the translation after me. Those who are not faithful in this devotional service cannot attain me, O conqueror of enemies. Therefore they return to the path of birth and death in this material world. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The faithless cannot accomplish this process of devotional service. That is the purport of this verse. Faith is created by association with devotees. Unfortunate people, even after hearing all the evidence of Vedic literature from great personalities, still have no faith in God. They are hesitant and cannot stay fixed in devotional service of the Lord. Thus, faith is the most important factor for progress in Krishna consciousness. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, it is said that faith is the complete conviction that simply by serving the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, one can achieve all perfection. That is called real faith. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, 31st chapter, 14th verse. Yata taror mula nischanena tripyanti tatskanda bujopashakha pranopaharachayatindriyanam tataiva sarvahanamachyuteja. By giving water to the root of a tree, one satisfies its branches, twigs, and leaves, and by supplying food to the stomach, one satisfies all the senses of the body. Similarly, by engaging in the transcendental service of the Supreme Lord, one automatically satisfies all the demigods and other living entities. Therefore, after reading Bhagavad Gita, one should promptly come to the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. One should give up all other engagements and adopt the service of the Supreme Lord, Krishna, the personality of Godhead. If one is convinced of this philosophy of life, that is faith. Now, the development of that faith is the process of Krishna consciousness. There are 3 divisions of Krishna conscious men. In the 3rd class are those who have no faith. Even if they are officially engaged in devotional service, they cannot achieve the highest perfectional stage. Most probably they will slip after some time. They may become engaged, but because they haven't complete conviction and faith, it is very difficult for them to continue in Krishna consciousness. We have practical experience in discharging our missionary activity that some people come and apply themselves to Krishna consciousness with some hidden motive, and as soon as they are economically a little well situated, they give up this process and take to their old ways again. It's only by faith that one can advance in Krishna consciousness. As far as the development of faith is concerned, one who is well versed in the literatures of devotional service and has attained the stage of firm faith is called a first-class person in Krishna consciousness. And in the 2nd class are those who are not very advanced in understanding the devotional scriptures, but who automatically have firm faith that Krishna Bhakti or service to Krishna is the best course, and so in good faith have taken it up. Thus they are superior to the 3rd class, who neither have perfect knowledge of the scriptures nor good faith, but by association and simplicity are trying to follow. The 3rd class person in Krishna consciousness may fall down, but when one is in 2nd class, he does not fall down, and for the 1st class person in Krishna consciousness, there is no chance of falling down. One in the 1st class will surely make progress and achieve the result at the end. As far as the 3rd class person in Krishna consciousness is concerned, although he has faith in the conviction that devotional service to Krishna is very good, but he has not yet gained the adequate knowledge of Krishna through scriptures like Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita. Sometimes these 3rd class persons in Krishna consciousness have some tendency towards Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga, and sometimes they are disturbed, but as soon as the infection of Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga is vanquished, they become 2nd class or 1st class persons in Krishna consciousness. Faith in Krishna is also divided into 3 stages as described in Srimad Bhagavatam. 1st class attachment, 2nd class attachment, and 3rd class attachment are also explained in Srimad Bhagavatam in the 11th canto. Those who have no faith even after hearing about Krishna and the excellence of devotional service, who think that it's simply eulogy, find the path very difficult, even if they are supposedly engaged in devotional service. For them there is very little chance, very little hope of gaining perfection. Thus, faith is very important in the discharge of devotional service. Let's do Mangalacharan prayers and then we can start. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shriyutapadakamalaam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhayascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Matsamo nasti papatma Naparadhi cha kaschana Parihare pilajjame Kim bhruve purushottama Bhumau skalitapadana Bhumireva valambanam Tvai jata paradhanam Tvameva sharanam prabho Govinda vallabhe radhe Prarthaye tvamaham sada Tvadiyam iti janatu Govindo mam tvaya saha Radha radhita radhesha Radhika prana vallabha Radha ramana vande tvam Radhika prema nirjita. Hare Krishna. I welcome all of you for the Wednesday night Gita class. So today we are discussing the third verse of the 9th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and the chapter is entitled Raja Vidya Raja Guhya, which means the most confidential or the secret of all knowledge, and which is the king of knowledge. In the previous verses, Krishna talks about, in the previous chapters, Krishna talks about the soul. In the first chapter, Arjuna declines to fight, and in the second chapter, Krishna talks about the nature of soul, and also he talks about working without fruitive results. In the third chapter, Krishna talks of Karma Yoga. In the fourth, he talks of Jnana Yoga. In the fifth, he talks of Karma Yoga, but with sannyas or renunciation. And in the sixth, he talks of Dhyana Yoga. And the first 6 chapters are mainly come under the category of karma or karma yoga, because the essential way for success in these paths is to perform one's duty. In the 7th chapter, Krishna actually talks a little bit about himself. He starts talking about his own potencies, and he talks about a devotional service or bhakti to him, but it is mixed with some fruitive results or with some desires. He talks about those who surrender unto him, those who don't surrender unto him. And in the 8th chapter, he explains few concepts which Arjuna asks, but the main point in the 8th chapter is that at the time of death, how one can remember Krishna. So in the 9th chapter, the Lord talks about the most confidential of all knowledge, which is devotion unto himself or pure devotion. So in this present verse, the Lord says that those who are not having this faith, they come back to the cycle of birth and death again. So the question comes is, how can one get that faith, that firm faith? Initially, the faith begins with association of devotees. And if we can turn to verse number 4th chapter and 10th verse. And in the purport, which is on page 208, so in the purport on page 208, we have this beautiful verse by Srila Rupa Goswami. Adau Shraddha Tatah Sadhu Sangho Tabhajana Kriya Tato Nartha Nivrittisya Tato Nishta Ruchistata Ashaktis Tato Bhavas Tatha Prema Abhyudanchati Sadhakanam Ayam Premnaha Pradurbhave Bhavet Kramaha. In the beginning, one must have a preliminary desire for self-realization. This will bring one to the stage of trying to associate with persons who are spiritually elevated. In the next stage, one becomes initiated by an elevated spiritual master, and under his instructions, the neophyte devotee begins the process of devotional service. By execution of devotional service under the guidance of the spiritual master, one becomes free from all material attachments, attains steadiness in self-realization, and acquires taste for hearing about the absolute personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna. This taste leads one further forward to attachment for Krishna consciousness, which is matured in bhava, or the preliminary stage of transcendental love of God. Real love for God is called prema, the highest perfectional stage. So in this verse, Srila Rupa Goswami actually gives right from faith to prema, but the starting point or the starting ingredient is faith. And Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport to the verse which we just read that faith comes about by association with devotees. Those who, it's just a matter of simple principle. For example, if there is a group of people who regularly like to drink alcoholic beverages, and they enjoy drinking alcoholic beverages, and a person associates with them, so it's just a matter of time. It's not if, it's just when that person will start drinking, because you are in that association. So similarly, when we associate with devotees, then that preliminary faith in Krishna arises. When we see that that so many people are doing this devotional service, there must be something in it. And coupled with the fact that this material world is designed in such a way that bewilders conditioned soul, that kind of makes the conditioned soul a little bit disturbed. And in Kali Yuga, it's a lot of disturbances. But when one associates with devotees, then one starts to think, maybe there is something more. And which brings up the next question, then who am I? Where am I coming from? Where am I going? These are the questions when we ask, then we come to this conclusion, at least that we are the spirit soul, we are not the body. When that faith comes about, and that desire to elevate oneself from the bodily platform, it gets stronger, then one also simultaneously starts to worship Krishna in a more steady fashion. So Krishna says in the 18th chapter, Brahma bhuta prasannatma na sochati na kankshati samasarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labate param. He says that those who are on the platform of Brahman, they neither lament nor they hanker for anything, and in that pure joyous state they attain my bhakti. So when this particular question or when this particular verse comes up, one might ask, so what about those who are not situated already on the Brahman platform? Can they perform devotional service to Krishna? And the answer is yes. In association with devotees, they can perform devotional service to Krishna. And the devotional service is so powerful and potent that it cleanses all the unwanted things within the heart. And leads to the progressive stages in Krishna consciousness. Any questions so far before we go ahead? So Hitan, why did you choose this verse? You can use another mic.
Krishna.
Yeah, Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
So this verse is talking about I recently started to read the 9th chapter, and first 2 verse, then 3rd verse. So I this chapter, I heard from everyone 9th chapter is a very nice chapter, and I missed that chapter in last semester. So, so I want to cover that, and so I started reading that, and I like it. It's really once I finish one verse, I am eager to go for next verse. And this is never happening in any of the chapters specific to me. I don't know. So this is, and third, Prabhupada especially mentioned, if you have faith and if you would like to know, self-realization, if you eager to know that, then you can reach to the 3rd class. First class of the devotional service.
Right.
So I really want to know what are the more discussions we can get around in this verse.
Okay. The more of who's the first class, who's the
Yes.
second. Okay.
As well as also last part also Prabhupada mentioned in the Srimad Bhagavatam there is 3 types of attachment. So what are those attachment? Can you give some brief?
Okay. Okay. We'll go. And then Charlene, you had.
My question regarding the referring to karma yoga
Yeah.
and jnana yogas,
Yes.
they do say that it is something sort of like an infection. So I was just curious because how to apply that, because when we work in such things, we're working to earn money for our livelihood. So is that part of giving up fruitive desires for work?
So the 11th chapter, 11th canto, I'm not sure exactly where Prabhupada is referring, and maybe I can look it up next time, and then probably we can discuss or take it offline, because I don't know the exact verses or I have to do the research, so I'll come back to you. Is that okay? Okay. Regarding your point about karma yoga, the reason we are here are doing devotional service to Krishna, what is the goal? What do you think is the goal? No. Let her answer.
To establish a close relationship with Krishna?
Right. Which is to obtain pure love for Krishna. Is that something in tune with close relationship?
Yes.
Okay. So, to obtain pure love of Krishna, Rupa Goswami says that Srila Rupa Goswami says that our devotion to Krishna must be devoid, as you rightly mentioned, of any fruitive mentality. So in this world, our whole actions, or the person who's acting or who's a conditioned soul, his activities or her activities are just meant for one reason. What's in for me? When you go for a job, nobody says, I want to do this job because I love this company. I will just do it free of cost. I don't expect anything. Or, so this sort of ulterior motive is present in karma or a conditioned soul. But when we try to serve Krishna, it should be completely free of that. And any desire for jnana, which means that one shouldn't worry too much about trying to merge into the impersonal existence of Krishna, or trying to get some sort of position in Krishna's planet or something like that. There is no what's in for me. It's only completely what's in for Krishna through me. That's all. So that is pure devotion. But having said that, to achieve that particular stage, it's not easy for everybody. So if the initial stages, there may be karma, there may be jnana in your bhakti, but as we progress, then we should give up those sort of mentality or thinking. Does that a little bit answer your question, or no? You don't seem to be really convinced. Okay, we'll take it offline. That's fine. Yes, Balamukunda Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Like the question I had, like many times we have the fear that while practicing devotional service, that how I will be able to continue, or some decision I may take which take away our devotional service. So, but other hand, Krishna accepts that, like that whoever takes shelter of him will protect us. So now, but there is other factor that even we also know that we have our own karma and we are not surrendered. So, and that gives us some fear. So, does this fear is because of lack of faith, or it's good to have as a devotee is concerned about devotional service?
So, if I understand you right, that fear of surrender to Krishna causes some fear, or when you take some decisions, and you have some fear, whether that will like advance or whether it will take you away from Krishna.
So that fear is because of lack of faith on process, or
no. Actually, the fear is there even in the advanced stages of devotional service, but the fear actually changes. For example, Prahlad Maharaj says in the 7th canto that one should maintain one's healthy fear for material existence, because one is really in awe of this material world that can immediately take our mind away from Krishna. So one should not think that I'm kind of somebody and then material nature won't touch me. So that sort of fear is always healthy for the devotee. And when you make a decision and then there is that fear that will take away from Krishna, is a very healthy fear. Otherwise, what happens is that we can be reckless in our decisions. The Krishna is not factored into our decision. So it's a very healthy fear to have. And Srila Prabhupada, when his spiritual master came in a dream and asked him to take sannyas, he was afraid. He said, maybe I'm not ready to take it. Maybe I don't know. I will not be ready for sannyas. He had genuine fear within him. And then, later his god brothers also came and told him the same instruction. Then he realized this is what my spiritual master wants. Otherwise one tends to become complacent and tends to become, I have reached somewhere. Because the key to our humility in advancement in Krishna, the key to advancement in Krishna consciousness is our humility. And that humility entails a healthy fear of material nature, a healthy fear of our own mind and false ego, which can make us think we are more than what we are and actually make us fall down. So it's good. And also the other thing Prahlad Maharaj says in Srimad Bhagavatam is that there is no other enemy in the world. He says to his father, "Oh father, there is no other enemy in the world except your own uncontrolled mind." So that's a pretty strong enemy which needs to be feared. In the sense like healthy fear. Again, fear can actually paralyze. Oh no, maybe I shouldn't chant the holy names. It's too much. Maybe I'm not so pure. I'm afraid that something will happen if I chant. That is, fear is an excuse for not chanting. So that sort of fear is actually going to take you away rather than. So when Rupa Goswami talks of utsaha nischaya dhairyad, where confidence comes, that confidence is a healthy confidence in Krishna, a healthy confidence that Krishna will protect me, but not talk of laziness. So there are two angles to that. To kind of get that, write that. And because, so, the Krishna will protect me because...
Only if I become Krishna's, not if I become complacent.
Right.
If I'm complacent, then I have to fear. But if I'm with Krishna, then automatically there will be no fear.
Something like that. Where was I? Prahlad Maharaj, he was harassed by his father. He was a king's son, and Shanda and Amarka taught him diplomacy. All all he could have done is, yes, Father, you know what, you are the absolute, you are the God. And on the side, he would have done that. But he stood up to his father when he was 5. He had no resources, and pretty much the whole universe was his father's. He had no place to go. Yet the only shelter he had was on Krishna. So while he was completely unafraid of his father, he was still having, the confidence in Krishna was there, which made him unafraid. And to some people, it may be actually arrogance. You are opposing your own father. But he had that faith in Krishna, and that's natural faith. So, does that a little bit answer your question?
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Srivatsa.
When you were talking about the faith, sometimes people, when they're chanting the holy names, they start to not feel scared. So you're saying whenever we do devotional service, we should feel this little fear in our heart, because the fear keeps you alert.
Yes, you got that right.
The fear keeps you alert, but whenever we chant the holy names of the Lord, should we feel this little fear in our heart?
Srivatsa, our only fear is that I shouldn't be separated from Krishna. I should not forget Krishna. But if we take shelter of Krishna by chanting his names, you are fearless of material world. The material world will not scare you that much, or you won't feel that much scared, like most of the conditioned souls. So our fear is, there are two or three things which are devotee fears. One thing is that the material nature which can take me away from Krishna, and the second thing is not to commit offenses to devotees, which can again take me away from Krishna. So the bottom line is, I shouldn't lose Krishna, and that fear actually keeps you healthy and in service of Krishna. You won't get complacent. And many devotees felt like that. Maybe the Lord will go away. I'll come. Just a minute. So when Mahaprabhu took sannyas, he was in Gambhir. And right from the day he took sannyas, he said, I want to go to Vrindavan. And the devotee's biggest fear was that if he goes to Vrindavan, he might never come back. One way or other, they made ploys to keep him in Jagannath Puri. The weather is not good. This is not the time to go. And he went once, and then so many times they did all sorts of tricks to keep him in Puri, because there was healthy fear that if he goes to Vrindavan, then he might not come back, and we will never see him again. So that was a healthy fear which kept the devotee, which is good. But other sorts of fears may not be the best thing. For example, if you are afraid of someone and that person says, drink alcohol, otherwise I'm going to beat you. Beat me up, that's okay. I'm not afraid. Same thing, like, Haridas Thakur, the Qazi said, just stop chanting. I won't harm you. Well, he said, no, let my body be cut to pieces, I'll still chant. So where was the fear? There was no fear at all. So you see the fear is not with the material world, but the fear is somehow not to lose Krishna. So it's both. So a devotee is utterly fearless of this material world in terms of consequences, but always fearful that I shouldn't forget Krishna. So it works both. And same thing Radharani had. Whenever there was union with Krishna, she was always afraid that there would be separation. And so, right? Yes, Srivatsa.
One of the 10 offenses is if you do not pay attention to the holy name while chanting. That's what it's one of the offenses. So what if you're really scared that you'll go away from Krishna and then your mind diverges somewhere else? What if, let's pretend someone's mind diverges someone else? How would life be without Krishna? And then they're not focusing on the name. Would that feel like an offense?
When you are chanting with the holy name, then at least you are with Krishna. So there is no reason to be afraid of it. So, and the other point of afraid is that comes at a more advanced stage in Krishna consciousness. Really, when you are on the ecstasies, when you are on the level of prema, and when you are really relishing that mellow with Krishna, then all these come about. And please understand, they are transcendental anxieties. They are not like material anxieties. Material anxiety is what happens if I die, or I shouldn't die. This is a material anxiety. The spiritual anxiety is a little different, And those emotions are different from material. So, does that answer your question? And thank you for reminding me that I have to pay attention to my holy name. Good job. Yes, Pallav. Please, I insist. Because
so it's like I have very I don't know how to explain it. It's like when you surrender to the enemy, you're not scared. But I was just trying to say, putting a point in a different sentence. And on the other hand, when you're scared, you fight. But there also could be a bravery. I was trying to see there's nobody who's from the material world who has never been here before. There's nobody like that here. But they could say, "Oh, you're cowards. You are scared of. You don't fight it. You're scared." I was trying to say that you can be either you can be surrender or you can fight it. To fight, you have to be cautious and brave. So we should be cautious but not scared.
Yes.
Okay.
And then in your statement, when you said surrender to enemy, the point is our surrender is only to Krishna.
Yes.
So
You're surrender to Maya.
you are a conditioned soul.
Right.
So either you surrender to Krishna or you surrender to Maya. Right. You surrender to Krishna, you are not afraid of Maya. Krishna Surya Sama, Maya hoy andhakar, jahan Krishna tahar Maya nahi adhikar. So, thank you. No, him and then you.
Okay.
Is that okay? Okay.
So yeah, in the same purport, Prabhupada mentioned that like third class men are who have no faith, and furthermore he said like even if one is engaged in devotional service, officially. Okay, so when it's like someone is officially engaged in devotional service, what does it mean? Or is starting with officially and then is gradually increase or what?
No, officially in the sense the person has declared an intention to serve. Like you come to temple, you're a study there in the temple, and you don't come here for a one-time visit and never to be seen for next 10 years. Those kind of things. You come steadily to the temple, and you realize that there is something there, but your faith is not so strong that, for example, if you are laid off tomorrow, you come to the temple, you start coming to temple for like few months, and you are suddenly laid off. Maybe I was going to temple. Maybe God did this to me. Maybe I shouldn't go. This is a lesson from God that I shouldn't go to temple. That faith is a weak faith. And you won't come to temple. You think it's better not to go and meddle with, not to play with fire. There is something strong there. That is weak faith. Because your whole consciousness is absorbed in somehow maintaining yourself, and it doesn't matter. The same person who is having a little bit more firm faith, he'll come to the temple, and he'll still do his bhakti even though he's laid off, because he realizes that it's part of God's plan, or maybe it's something, it's still I have that faith. And a very advanced devotee, he'll think, this is very good that I got laid off, because I can spend extra time for bhajan. Krishna is giving me some opportunity. It's not I will not take up job again, but I got more time to spend. So the same event can affect people of different faiths in different ways. But then one associates, then one faith becomes stronger. Okay. And Srila Prabhupada especially gives the practical ways to increase your faith. What does it say in the purport we read?
So regularly reading the Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita.
Wonderful. Yeah. By reading Bhagavatam and listening to Bhagavad Gita, one's faith in Krishna increases. Because we realize the power of Krishna, and then we realize our own nature, that I'm a spirit soul. I've been traveling this world since billions of years. I have performed so many different karmas, and God is the person who's actually seeing every of my action for last zillion, quadrillion, how many number, innumerable births. He has been seeing me. He's been my witness. He's giving me my due reactions. But then if I firmly continue serving Him, then all these will go away and I'll be completely fearless. So it works both ways. Thank you. Anyway, so.
when Prabhuji was talking about Maya, just like, you have to go through a test to go to a certain college, is Maya also a test? You have to go through Maya to go to Vaikuntha, back to Godhead? Is Maya a test?
Well, let's put it this way. From the time you are born, you are in college. There will be always tests. So, yeah, you can say that. In one aspect, you're right.
And I had another question. So, there's karma, and someone is just walking, and he doesn't really care of what's around him, and soon he doesn't really care about Krishna, and he says, oh, something will happen, it's my karma, I don't really know what's gonna happen, I'll just go through life. So basically, is how are you supposed to go with Krishna? And we know we cannot avoid karma because we've already done something in our past lives, and we cannot avoid karma. If we go to Krishna consciousness, can karma interfere with it?
Yes. In Brahma Samhita it is said, Yastvindra Gopa Mathavendra Mahosva Karma Bandhanurupa Phalavajanamatnoti Karmani Nirdahati Kintucha Bhakti Vajam Govindamadi Purusham Tumaham Jami. It is said that Krishna, he gives the fruits of those who are walking on the path of karma. If you are walking on the path of karma, what does it mean by walking on the path of karma? That I do my duty, I get my results, I enjoy my results. So Krishna is there, he is exactly giving you the fruits which you get based on your activities. But he says, Karmani nirdahati kintucha bhakti bhajam. Those who are worshipping Krishna, then Krishna destroys their karma. So if you seriously chant Hare Krishna, then your karma will get burnt up.
So if you have good karma, will Krishna, you just now said if you pray to Krishna, then your karma will go away. If you have good karma, will the good karma go away?
Yeah, it does. Good point. Because the point is, whether karma is good or bad, one has to still enjoy or suffer it. And even for the good karma also, you need to take birth again, yes? If you don't have a body, how can you enjoy good karma? So for example, if a tennis player, because you play tennis, that's why I'm using the tennis player example. If there was, the tennis player didn't have a body, how can he be number one, right? If he's a dead person, he can't be number one, right? He has to have a live body. And then he'll be a number one, he'll enjoy so many things, right? That's enjoying good karma, right? But still, to enjoy that good karma, you need to take a body. Yes? You need to take birth. Yeah. Grow up and enjoy, right? Yes or no? Yeah. So, but to take birth again is a painful thing. Krishna says, Janma Mrityu Jaravadi Dukkha Dosha Anudarshanam. These are the 4 pains of material world. So he'll destroy everything, good, bad. So
we'd rather go back to Godhead.
Exactly. Than really experimenting and speculating how much good karma, how much bad karma. He'll destroy according to his desire and our faith.
So in Godhead, there's no, in Vaikuntha basically, there's no karma at all.
Nope. Unless you have karma, you can't get in there. We'll talk. Any other questions?
That's a wonderful point you brought up.
Okay.
Because karma is...
You need to speak in the mic.
Karma is in our body. It's like a prarabdha karma, and the third kind of karma. Any karma is pap.
Okay. You think all the karma is pap?
Good or bad, in a way.
Correct. In one sense, yes.
What I mean to say is, it's how you accept things that make karma real or unreal. Once you're completely freed of all karma, then you don't get affected by any karma. Whatever happens to you, you're a happy guy, happy-go-lucky.
Is that a question? Is there a point?
That's my point of view.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your point. Other questions, other points, comments? Prabhu, what's your good name? Prasad. Yeah. Balram Prasad. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so also I think we have about 5 more minutes to go. So we'll quickly discuss about Hitan Prabhu had mentioned in his earlier question about different kinds of faith and people of different kinds of faith. So as Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport, that those who are technically, or the Sanskrit terms for the first class, second class, third class devotee, please understand that the names are for the beginner is a third class or a Kanishta, and the second class is Madhyama, and the first class is Uttama. So there are 3 kinds of devotees. And Uttama Adhikari is a person who is firmly fixed in Krishna, and he knows all the scriptures thoroughly, at least all the basic Krishna conscious scriptures thoroughly, and he also is able to present the arguments based on those scriptures and defeat others. And he follows all the rules and regulations, and he's always absorbed in how to spread the holy name of Krishna. That is the qualities of Uttama Adhikari. A Madhyam Adhikari is a person who doesn't have complete knowledge of scriptures. If there is somebody puts on a counter argument, he's not able to effectively counter them based on scriptures. But he has firm faith that by performing devotional service, then everything else is taken care of. And also a Madhyam Adhikari, he sees what sort of people they are and deals accordingly. For example, if it's an atheistic person who is envious, the Madhyam Adhikari avoids him. If he's equal to him, he makes friends with him. If he's superior to him, he serves him. And if he's below him, then he shows compassion. So Madhyam Adhikari makes that distinction. Uttama Adhikari doesn't make that distinction. He doesn't see who is envious, who is not envious, who is atheist, who is not atheist. He just sees everybody engaged in service of God. And the Kanishta or the beginner stage is that a person's faith is very weak. He can easily change the faith. And he just comes to God. I need something from him. As soon as I get it, please pass me in my exam, please get me this job, please get me a wife, please get me something. As soon as I get it, then I think probably I have some other important things to do. Going to temple is nice, but God has outlived his usefulness. Other questions, other comments? And we'll stop here then. If you last one question in case anybody has. Okay. Yes, Srivatsa.
So, you're saying the Uttamadhikari, you're talking about the Uttamadhikari, so so you're saying the Madhyamadhikari sees if someone is an atheist, if they're envious, but since you said the Uttamadhikari does not see who's envious and who's not, will the Uttamadhikari make friends with atheists and go a little bit down in devotional service?
No, they won't, but they try to convince them to become devotees of Krishna. And because they have their purity, and because of their purity, Srila Prabhupada, for example, he didn't discriminate when he came to US to preach in 65. He didn't discriminate who were fit or who were not fit. He preached, and then he created their good fortune, and everybody became devotees, right?
So the Uttamadhikari and the Madhyamadhikari both are fit to go back to Godhead? Or are they just pretty good devotees?
Well, both of them are. But anyway, we'll discuss some other time. The pure devotees, they don't want to go back to Godhead. They don't care if they are going back or they are staying here. They as long as they are engaged in service of Krishna, they are happy. Whether they are in hell, heaven, anywhere, they don't care. So there is no aspiration per se to go back to Krishna. Does that answer your question? Thank you very much. And I don't want to hold, but if there are more questions, you can always ask me when I come to your home. Is that okay? Yeah, we have programs at his house and at Ravi Prabhu's house. Every 2 weeks in Cupertino, so you can ask me all the questions then. Because it's getting late, I'm so sorry. I could spend all night with you discussing, but we have to stop here for Aarti. Is that okay, Srivatsa? Thank you. Thank you for your very nice questions. Okay, the next portion is that we have Aarti, and then if you can just keep the books away, and then we can have Aarti for the Lords. Thank you very much. Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavindam Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavindam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Ki Bajaya Jaya Gaura Chande Rarati Kosoba Janavitavani Jagamanadobha Janavitavani Jagamanadobha Gaurangeirarotik Shobha Jagajana Manalobha Gaurangeirarotik Shobha Jagajana Manalobha Gaurangeirarotik Shobha Jagajana Manalobha Gaurangeirarotik Shobha Jagajana Manalobha Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Gadadharam Dakshine Nitai Chan Bane Gadadharam Nikati Advaita Sini Vasa Chatradhara Nikati Advaita Sini Vasa Chatradhara Gosi Achi Gorachan Ratna Simhasane Achi Gorachan Ratna Simhasane Arati Kore Nam Brahma Adi Devagane Arati Kore Nam Brahma Adi Devagane Nara Hari Adi Kore Tamara Dulayam Nara Hari Adi Kore Tamara Dulayam Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Gosadigaya Sanjaya Mukunda Vasu Gosadigaya Sankha Baje Kanta Baje Baje Karatala Sankha Baje Kanta Baje Baje Karatalam Madhuram Ridanga Baje Paramarasala Madhuram Ridanga Baje Paramarasala Sankha Baje Kanta Baje Madhur 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 Baje Sankha Baje Baje Madhur 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 Sankha Baje Kanta Baje Madhur 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 Baje Baje Kanta Baje Madhur Madhur Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Bahu Khoti Chandradini Vadana Udvala Bahu Khoti Chandradini Vadana Udvala Gala Deshi Banamala Korinjala Mala Gala Deshi Mala Korinjala Mala Siva Sukhanarada Siva Sukhanarada Preme Gada Gada Siva Sukhanarada Preme Gada Gada Bhakati Vinoda Dese Gaurana Sampana Bhakati Vinoda Dese Gaurana Sampana Bhakati Vinoda Dese Gaurana Sampana Bhakati Vinoda Desi Gaurara Sam Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Hari Bol Gaur Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaur Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Timati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatharine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatharine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Radha Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Madan Mohan Radha Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Mahaprabhu Mahaprabhu Jaya Mahaprabhu Mahaprabhu Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Lakshmi Nrsimha Jaya Narahari Jaya Lakshmi Nrsimha Jaya Narahari Lakshmi Nrsimha Jaya Narahari Jaya Lakshmi Nrsimha Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Gaurarati ki Jai
Намачарья Шрила Харидас Такура ки Прем Саха Кушри Кришна Чайтанья Прабху Нитянанда Шри Гададхара Шриваса Гора Бхактаврида ки Шри Шри Рада Кришна Гопи Гопинат Рада Кунда Шьяма Кунда Гири Говардхам Шри Вриндавана Матура Dham ki Shri Mayapur Dham Navadika Dham ki Shri Ganga Maya Jamuna Maya ki Bhakti Devi Tulsi Maharani ki Jai Gaur Premanand. All glories to the Son of Jesus. All glories to the Son of Jesus. All glories to the Son of Jesus. All glories to Shri Shri Guru Shri Gauranga.
Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Praladalataine Praladaladaine Praladaladaine Hiranyakashipurvakshaha Hiranya Shilatankanakalaya Hito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Hito Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha Yato Bahe Narsingha Hridaye Narsingha Bahe Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadena Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapadena Tavakara Kamalavare Nakam Adbhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanuvringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Tavakara Kamalavare Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Swami Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrita Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha 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 Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Prahlad Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura. श्री श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन जी की जय, महाप्रभु की जय, शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर भक्त वृंद की जय, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। Hare Krishna everybody. Thank you for coming to the Wednesday night Bhagavad Gita class. And today Vaishika Prabhu is out of town, so we thank His Grace Srivasa Pandit Prabhu for giving today's class. And we also thank Aruni Mataji for leading the Aarti. And so this is anything special? Yeah, you come out here. So please, you're coming for the first time here, or you're coming here before? So so then we will have prasadam. This week no other programs are doing. So this Saturday, Sunday we have Hanumat Prakshat Maharaj coming here to the temple, and it is also the Vyas Puja of Hanumat Prakshat Maharaj on Saturday morning. So the program will start at 7:30 a.m. and he will be giving the Bhagavatam class, and after that we will have the Guru Puja and also the Vyas Puja for Hanumat Prakshat Maharaj. So please make it convenient to attend the same. And now we will have the prasadam prayer. काल जीव फैले विषय सागरे तारो मध्य जीवाय होती लोभमय सुदुर्मति ताके जेटा कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ दयामय करिबारे जीव स्वप्रसादन दिलो बाय सयनामृत पावो राधा कृष्ण गुण गावो प्रेमे दाको श्री चैतन्य नीताय एक दिन शांति पूरे प्रभु अद्वैते रागरे दोई प्रभु भोजन बोशीलो शाकोरी अश्वदान प्रभु बोले भक्तगण ये ईशा कृष्ण अश्वदीलो हेनो शाकश्वदाने कृष्ण प्रेम ऐसे माने से प्रेमे करो अश्वदान जड़ बुद्धि परिहारी प्रसाद भोजन करी हरि हरि बोलो सर्वजन भैरे सचिरंगने खाबो माधवेंद्र पुरी प्रभु प्रसादना करे न भोजन खाइते खाइते तारा आइलो प्रेम सुदुर्बा बोले सुनो सन्यासी रग मोच घंट फूल बाड़ी दाली दल चाचदी सची माता कोरिलो रोंदना तार शुद्ध भक्ति हेरी भोजन कोरिलो हरि सुधा समाये अन्न व्यंजन योगे योगी पाई चाहा भोगे आजो बेता हरि होली खाओ सबे भाई कृष्णेरा प्रसादन त्रिजगत कोरे धन्य त्रिपुरारी नाचे जहाँ पाय त्रिपुरारी नाचे जहाँ पाय माँ प्रसादे गोविंदे नाम ब्रह्मणे वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यवृतां राजन् विश्वासो निवजायते प्रसादे सर्वदुःखानि निरस्योपजायते प्रसन्नचेतसो यशु बुद्धि परिवितिष्ठते भगवत् श्री महाप्रसाद की जय। बर्हा पीडं नटवरवपु कर्णयो कर्णिकारं बेभ्राद्वासात् कनककपिशं वैजयन्तीं च मालं रन्ध्रान्वेणुरधरसुदया पूरयन् गोपवृन्दैर् वृन्दारण्यं सपदरमणं प्रविशाद्गीतकीर्तिः पावकतामृतं ताप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमङ्गलं श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ये भूरिदा जना कृष्ण कीर्तन गान नर्तन कला पातो जनी ब्राजिता सद्भक्तावलिहां सचक्रमदुपा श्रेणी विहारास्पदा करुणानन्दिकलाध्वनिर्वहतु मे जीवामरुप्राङ्गणे श्रीचैतन्यदयानिधे तवलसा लीलासुधास्वदुनि हेलोदुनितखेदया विशदया प्रोन्मीलादामोदया साम्यचश्रविवादया रसदया चेतार्पितोन्मादया शाश्वतभक्तिविनोदया समदया माधुर्यमर्यादया श्रीचैतन्यदयानिधे तव दया भूयादमादोदया श्रीचैतन्यदयानिधे तव दया भूयादमादोदया निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल. Please come and take prasadam, and the prasadam was cooked today by Yashoda Kumar Prabhu and Nityanavina Mataji. Hari Bol. So please take prasadam, take home also lots of prasadam, and please stay back for cleaning also.
Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki.
We need a couple of servers to assist in serving.
After the prasadam has been served, if anyone is interested to help clean the temple, please stay back. We will start cleaning the temple, which involves cleaning the temple room as well as washing all the pots. We will do that right after prasadam has been honored. Thank you.